Good Sunday evening, folks. Welcome back to Larock's Cooking Adventures. I'm your host, Larock. Today we're going to make herbed crab cakes. And before we start, I'd like to give you all a shout out. Shout outs to the people who just tuned into this station. Shout outs to the guys who subscribed to this station. Shout outs to my family, my friends, and everyone worldwide. Thank you much. All right, so let's get right into this. What I have here is 1 pound of jumbo lump crab cake. I have 1 pound of special crab meat, which is the basic little tiny pieces at the very beginning and the bottom of the crab. It's not that nice exquisite lump. I just use this basically more or less as a filler. I usually only make this with the lump itself. We have almost a cup of mayonnaise. We have 1 whole lemon, which we're going to squeeze and use the lemon juice out of it. We have 2 eggs. We have some Dijon mustard. We have breadcrumbs. That's a half a cup there. And on this plate here, we have a tablespoon of scallions sliced. We have some basil. That's also a tablespoon. We have some rosemary, some thyme. These are teaspoons, teaspoon and a half of Old Bay or your local seafood seasoning, and a 1/4 teaspoon of dry mustard. So these are our ingredients that we're going to use to create this crab cake. You're also going to need a tablespoon of how do you say this? Worcestershire sauce. That's how I say it. Okay, let's get into this. So basically, you're going to have 2 bowls. One to make your wet sauce in, and then one to mix the crab mixture and the wet together itself. So we're just going to go ahead and crack these 2 eggs and put them in there. There's one. And number 2. Like that. We need a whip to mix this up. What we have here. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. Put this here. Put this here. So first you're going to want to add all your wet liquids together. Combine all the wet together, which is your mayonnaise, your eggs, your lemon juice, your Worcestershire sauce, like that. Now typically a crab cake recipe really only calls for 1 pound of crab meat, and but like I said, I'm going to use the other one as like a filler in between the lumps. So I'm not going to use that full pound. I'm just going to take probably half of it. That mixed up like that. Okay, I'm going to roll this lemon so I can loosen up the guts inside so it'll be easier to squeeze. Loosen that up like that. Cut it in half. Make sure you don't get the seeds in your mix. I mean, you're not going to die if you get them in there, but somebody will have a crunchy little taste. Okay. Okay. Just get those out of there. Don't need those. Okay. Split that up. That was just the 1/2. I'm going to use a little bit from the other half. Okay. Get a little tangy flavor. Get the acid rolling. Like that. Okay. Now we're going to add in our Dijon. Our Dijon and our Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to do about a tablespoon of the Dijon. Maybe too, since we kind of doubled up our ingredients using the other half pound of special crab meat. It is called special or white crab meat. And then next we're going to add our Worcestershire sauce. We'll go with a tablespoon. Boom, tablespoon. Now, I don't recommend adding your spices to your crab cake mix, but you can add just a little bit. You want the majority of it to actually go in the crab cake itself. So I'm just going to take a pinch of each and put it in there. And the remainder I will put in the actual crab meat itself. And season the meat like that. Now, some suggest that you chill this mixture, and or after creating and mixing everything together, you chill it and put it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes to an hour or so, just so it all congeals together. Now me, I'm not going to do all that. So I'm going to take this pound of this nice jumbo lump meat. This is the good stuff here. Like that. A lot of people will make the crab cake itself just out of this special meat here. But me, I like to make fancy when it comes to crab cake. You want to try to not break the lumps up because you want them to stay whole. And we'll just take half of this. Like that. Boom. And this again is going to be our filler. That. Okay, looks pretty good. I'm gonna add a little bit more. But you can make your crab cake just using this stuff. This was about 10, 11 bucks per pound, and the jumbo was, I think, about $24 or $5 a pound, something like that. Okay. I'm just gonna add all these herbs and spices just straight like that. Okay, add just a little bit of the crumbs now, just a little bit, half of it. Okay, and pour in some of the batter, not much, you just want to put a little at a time, because what you don't want to happen is your cakes to be too wet. You don't want them too wet. See how I'm not really like stirring it to break the lumps up, just kind of folding it. Now while I'm doing this, I have about a cup of vegetable oil heating up in a saute pan because I'm going to fry these and then bake them. Now you can take these and just straight bake them, or fry them, and or broil them, however you prefer. And when you saute them or fry them, using the oil is, whatever oil you like to use is up to you. A lot of people will do it in canola oil, but canola oil will burn if you're not careful, so I'll use a higher grade oil. And I add a little bit more. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Starting to come together nice. And if by chance you do make your cake too wet, you could dry it up by adding some more breadcrumbs to it. This is a nice texture here. Add just a little bit more, and that's gonna do that. And then a little bit more of these breadcrumbs. Yes, 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 yes. Remember, you want to be gentle as possible because you don't want to break those lumps up. I'm going to add a little bit more of these crumbs. Tighten it up a little bit. Tighten it up a little bit more. You know, you add a little at a time. This is getting there, guys. Now, depending on who you're making these for, will be the outcome of the size you want to make it. These are just really for no one, so just for you to, because I'm baking them, so I'm not gonna measure out the size or anything like that. Just pat and pull your meat together. And sticking nice together, sticking together nicely. These are nice, decent sizes. It'd be like a $20 crab cake. 2023. This is what you get when you go into a nice restaurant. You might not get this exact recipe, but basically this is what you're gonna get. It might have a couple other fancy items in it. Cost you a little bit more. So as I said, I have a saute pan behind me heating up. We're just gonna drop these in there in 1 minute as soon as I get done putting them up. This little one I give to Rico Larock. That'd be his baby one. Okay. Okay, so next we're gonna go ahead and get these sauteed and then drop them in the oven. I'm gonna turn the oven on to 425. Right now, let that warm up. 425. Okay, oven is warming. Okay, so now we're just gonna go ahead and take the cakes. Let's see if this oil is hot. I believe it is. Yep. I have the temperature set on medium high. For those of you who don't know the temperatures, medium high, you might have numbers on your stovetop, your range. So my number is set at 6. It goes from low all the way around to high. Low, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, high. So low is from 1 to 4. Medium is 5. High is 6, 7, 8, 9. Medium to high. So it'll be low to low medium. Around 3 would be a low medium. 5 would be medium. 7 would be medium high. And high would be high. Just gonna let those cook a little bit. Probably about 4 or 5 minutes aside. Okay, so now is about time to flip it. What I have here is a fish spatula. Nice. Do remember we're going to finish these in the oven. Beautiful. Beautiful. Want you to know if I'm my favorite girl. Uh-oh. That's gonna be for me. Cakes are looking good. Cakes are looking good, mama. So I can do them. Another 5 or 6 minutes on this side. Then we'll take them out, put them on a sheet tray, pop them in the oven. Alright, they're looking like they're about there. Windows are draw. I'm going to take them out and place them in the oven. And just so you guys are aware, I did end up turning up the temperature slightly just to get this browning, oh my goodness, browning part going. That is what you don't want to do. This is going to be a good snack for me. Good snack for me. It's also a good reason why you might not want to have too many in the pan at one time. There's a valuable lesson just learned. Might not want to overcrowd your pan when you're cooking. Just take your time. If you have the time anyway. I tend to rush things when I do stuff. But see where rushing just got me? If I had to sell that, that would be a lost product. Well, actually, we would recreate that crab cake. We would just put it right back together as if nothing ever happened. Okay, so we're done with this. I'm gonna take this sheet tray, pop it right in the oven for about 20 minutes, like so. And that's gonna be that. Okay, the cakes are almost done. I made a little bit of corn, black bean, and pepper relish. So I'm gonna use this just to use as a base for the cake itself. Put it on the bottom. Just some color for this crab cake. Like that. Like that. This corned bean relish is actually pretty good. I had cooked and made it earlier today. There they go. Timer, chef. Timer, chef. Chef, you're burning the cake, chef. How's that look? I think it looks pretty. What do you guys think? Like that? Chef, you're going the wrong way, chef. Okay, let's see what it looks like, guys. Okay. They look pretty good, and I know they taste even better. Huh? Have a look. Super hot? Yeah. Super duper hot. Yeah. Ow. Okay. So let's take one of these puppies. Like that, and just put it just like that. What do you guys think? Drop me some comments in the comment section below. Okay. Let me know what you think about Larock's herbed crab cakes. Presentation and all that good stuff. Let's see what it tastes like. Let's have a look first. Oh yeah, beautiful. Have a look at the guts. Looks good in there, yeah? Very nice. Very nice, very nice. Lump pieces. Very good. Super hot. If you guys happen to like this video, got any educational value out of this video, or just thought it was pretty entertaining, please subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, hit the bell so you get notified for all the new videos and content coming. And I thank you all very much for spending your time with me. This is about 25 minutes, and I appreciate your viewership. Thank you much. Till the next Larock adventures. Bye-bye.